Howdy everyone and welcome back to The Game Team, your definitive weekly video game news show. We have a fantastic show for you this week with stories on the Overwatch Spotlight, Tekken 8 revealing its Season 3, and a Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. With such a busy week to cover, let's get into it all. Blizzard held a huge Overwatch spotlight this week, showing us what the team has planned for the game's 10th anniversary. The show opened up with a brand new cinematic showing Vendetta taking over Talon after seemingly defeating Doomfist, kicking off the Reign of Talon chapter. Seasons have been reset back to 1, and every year we'll see a new chapter with new seasons akin to Fortnite's model. And since this is the 10th anniversary, the team is going all out with 2026 bringing 10 new heroes to the game, with the first 5 arriving next week. The first 3 are all a part of Talon, with Domina, the first ever poke tank, Emre, a new DPS who has betrayed his past, and Mizuki, an action-focused support. The other 2 are members of Overwatch with Anran, Wu Yang's older sister, and an assassin-style DPS, and Jetpack Cat, a new support who is literally exactly what her name describes. Jetpack Cat is also voiced by Jennifer Hell, so 10 out of 10 character. The final 5 heroes will launch throughout the year, with one coming every season. More changes include every role now having subcategories, classic heroes getting overhauls later this year, new streamlined menus, new shop and battle pass skins, including a new Mercy mythic that is super beautiful, a loot box refresh, a Switch 2 version, and a Hello Kitty and Friends Overwatch collab. Oh, and also this. Finally, going forward, Overwatch 2 is no more, as the game will return to just Overwatch. Season 1 in the Reign of Talon chapter launches on February 10th. What a content drop. Jason Schreier took a deep dive into Obsidian Entertainment this week, looking at how the studio has been working under the Xbox brand. While Grounded 2 seems to have been a huge hit for the studio, it seems that Avowed and The Outer Worlds 2 did not meet sales expectations. Josh Schreier cited the reasoning for expectations not being met, laying more on the lengthy development times that both games face, with each one being in development for around 6 years. With 280 employees, Schreier said that he thinks quicker dev times and spaced out releases would go a long way to fixing that problem. While a third Outer Worlds game doesn't seem to be in development at this time, the studio would like to keep making games in the Avowed Pillars of Eternity universe. Schreier also confirmed that Microsoft has enacted a 30% profit target for the Xbox studios, which would explain the cross launches we are seeing on PlayStation and the move away from exclusivity. Hopefully, Obsidian's able to keep on chugging along and making great games as they always have. In my personal opinion, they really should just add romance. That always seems to make games, especially RPGs, gain a huge following online, which would probably help. Tekken 8 revealed its Season 3 plans this week with a special showcase. The game will continue receiving support with Kunimitsu, Bob, and the legend himself, Roger Jr., all returning to the franchise as the newest fighters for the year, with dates targeting late spring, summer, and autumn respectively. A secret 4th character will also be coming in the winter, with a new stage to be revealed in the future. Tekken 8 will also be focusing on fixing the game, with a 2nd anniversary campaign coming on February 9th and a balance refinement update on March 16th. The move marks an answer to the controversial changes made last year with Season 2. The February update will also include the launch of the Aurora Outfit Pack for those who buy the Season 3 pass, which also gives you 120 hours of early access to the newest fighters. PlayStation and Guerrilla Games finally unveiled Horizon Hunters Gathering, their multiplayer Horizon spin-off. The game will see you choose a class in what seems to be a semi-Monster Hunter inspired gameplay loop, where you'll choose your class as you head out for hunts. The art style is definitely much more cartoony, but I personally think it really shines with all the effects and animations. Horizon Hunters Gathering will launch on both PS5 and PC, with closed beta signups being available right now if you are interested. In much smaller news, the Telltale cult classic Poker Night at the Inventory is being remastered. The game has been delisted since 2019, so it'll be great to get a version with enhanced visuals and quality of life improvements when it launches on PC, Switch, and PlayStation on March 5th. Nintendo held a Direct Partner Showcase this week after many rumors of something happening. The Direct opened up with a new look at Orbitals, where Maki and Omura will team up in what seems to be a 90s anime, It Takes Two, when it launches this summer. Really excited about that one. Then we saw the announcement of a new paranormal site in the Mermaid's Curse, launching February 19th, Captain Tsubasa 2 World Fighters launching sometime this year, and Tokyo Scramble, a game where you'll need to hide from Xenos in an underground Tokyo as you can't face them head on. The game also has a 4-player mode where everybody controls one controller action. That launches on February 11th. We then learned of ports of the Viking survival game Valheim coming later this year, and the original Hollow Knight receiving a Switch 2 edition that is available right now. Following a trailer for eFootball Kickoff, we saw a new look at the adventures of Elliot the Millennium Tells, and its 3 ages that you will play through in Reconstruction, Magic, and Budding. Each age will have unique abilities that you can unlock when it launches on June 18th. Bomberman is also making a return with the Super Bomberman Collection, which includes the original game through Super Bomberman 5, including the Famicom version of Bomberman 1 and 2, and you can pick that up today. Following the recent release of Remake, the highly acclaimed Final Fantasy VII Rebirth will be making its way to Switch 2 on June 3rd, with an Xbox version coming on the same day. Capcom showed up with a new trailer for Pragmata, showing off more of the puzzle-focused combat and the bond Hugh will build with Diana, when it releases on April 24th, with a demo available right now. After that, we got looks at Turok Origins coming in fall 2026, Kyoto Xanadu coming in summer 2026, a port for Digimon Time Stranger on July 10th, Granblue Fantasy Relink Endless Ragnarok, an enhanced version of the 2024 RPG launching on July 9th, and a new trailer for Monster Hunter Stories 3, Twisted Reflections, showing off the abilities monsters can learn through rites when it launches on March 13th. There's also a demo available right now with progress transferring to the full game. Then, we learned Rave Racer is the NET's arcade archive title, but we will also be getting console archives with Doraemon, Sonic Wings Special, Cool Borders, and Ninja Gaiden 2, the Dark Sword of Chaos being the first titles in the new line. Of course, it wouldn't be a direct without a montage. We'll be getting Scott Pilgrim EX on March 3rd, Another Eden Begins, Switch 2 edition in summer 2026, Reanimal on February 13th, WWE 2K26 on March 13th, Star Trek Voyager Across the Universe on February 18th, the Switch 2 version of Disney Dreamlight Valley on March 25th, PGA Tour 2K25 on February 6th, Cul-de-Sac Begins on July 16th, Goat Simulator 3 on April 11th, Shadow Tactics Blade of the Shogun on March 18th, and Tales of Arise Beyond the Dawn edition on May 22nd. Then, following one more look at Resident Evil Requiem, including the amiibos for Grace and Leon releasing this summer, totally buying those, Todd Howard joined the presentation to reveal that Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition will come to the Switch 2 on February 24th, followed by Indiana Jones and the Great Circle on May 12th, and the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered later this year. Super fantastic partner showcase. And that wraps up this week of TGP. Super busy week, but before we go, I have to encourage people to please go watch the very grand return of the Muppet Show on Disney Plus, so we get that chance to have a full season order. Anyways, remember to hit that like button, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you don't miss a thing. I've been your host, Brandon Alanis, and I'll see you all soon.